Hey everyone, this is going to be one of my first few videos. So in this video I actually wanted to talk about different job families at Google, because a lot of people think that Google only hires software engineers, which in reality is not true. It has a lot of other job families, and in this video I will be mentioning some of these, but you can also find these job families on the official careers page as well. So there are different kinds of job families like engineering and technology, sales, design, marketing, business strategy, finance, legal, people, and facilities. So if you're someone who is not interested in software engineering, you can still apply to other job families. And it's not only that within engineering and technology there are only software engineering or SREs, but the thing is, in reality there are a lot of other jobs within that job family as well. So if you're someone who is not as much interested on the coding side but would still like to get hired in Google, you can apply to other job families. The interview process for these job families are not as coding aggressive as you would find for software engineering interviews, but these roles are still engineering roles. So at the end of the day, you will still be working on software solutions, you will be building systems architectures and doing all the cool stuff that software engineers do, but without going through that aggressive interview process. So the first job family that is a bit more businessy side, this includes roles from solutions architect, sales engineers, BI engineers, technical account managers, cybersecurity managers, customers engineers, and the list of the roles goes on and on. The thing is, there are so many roles within this business umbrella because Google needs a lot of engineers who help them work with different customers all over the globe and help them design better solutions using Google products. So you still have to go through the coding interview rounds for these roles, but they also test you on behavioral rounds, business side of like how do you deal with clients, how do you troubleshoot large scale distributed systems, and your system design parts. So for software engineering interviews there are major coding rounds, but for these roles you still have a lot of area where you can perform way better, and even if you're not that good at coding. So the next job family, which doesn't require CS major, but you can still get into these roles if you want to be hired by Google. These roles are electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, industrial, manufacturing, network, privacy engineers, and there are so many other kinds of engineers as well, in which you don't need to have a CS major, and you won't be working on designing and building software systems necessarily, but you will still be working on implementing large scale systems. For example, if you're working as an electrical engineer, definitely you will be designing electrical control systems. The same thing will apply to other roles as well, and same goes for network engineers as well. If you're hired as one, you are more focused towards scalability, reliability, and making sure that the infrastructure of Google is secure and free of vulnerabilities. So you are more focused on that. Of course you will still be using programming to build some sort of automation tools here and there, but at heart it's not as programming focused roles as other software engineering roles. So the next roles that I will be discussing are data scientists, data analysts, cloud engineers, AI engineers, these kind of business side of roles as well, in which you are helping build data intensive applications, finding new patterns, and helping Google design better solutions while working and playing around with data. These roles are also a bit programming focused. Like I think you will be programming 40 to 50% of your time, but you will also be very heavily focused on designing solutions. You will also work as a solutions architect at the end of the day. I think it's a very interesting role for people who don't want to code as much, but they also want to implement large scale system. This gets very interesting at the end of the day. For people who don't want to code at all and they just want to write because they are really good at writing, they can apply for technical writing jobs. Within Google there are people who are working on external and internal documentation. They maintain these documentation around software architectures and Google's technical products. You don't necessarily need to have a CS background, but it really helps because at the end of the day you are a technical writer, so you are maintaining documentation around web technologies, software solutions, analytical systems. So at the end of the day it helps. You won't be coding as much, you will be more focused towards writing around these products. Another interesting role in which you get to interact with community of developers but also work with engineering teams within Google is developer relations, also called DevRel role. Within Google you get to work with developers all around the globe, in which you help them design and architect better solutions using Google's technology. There's a bit of community management, marketing, and engineering involved, so you get the best of all worlds, and it's a very interesting role. I'm aware that I have mentioned a lot of roles, so it might be difficult, but I can break down one role and you can see the rest of them online. So the first one is that I mentioned is technical account manager. The purpose of this role is to work with clients all over the globe, in which you help help them migrate towards Google Cloud. You are responsible for migration, development, and implementation strategies. You work with clients to adopt better solutions in order to move towards cloud. And it's a very technical role, but at the end of the day, you're also a bit more business focused. So you can definitely measure your impact in terms of how much business growth was there, how many clients did you end up moving towards cloud. And you also get to learn a lot because you are working with tons of different architectures at the end of the day. So for people who don't want to code as much but they want to work as solutions architect, this is one of the great roles. There are similar roles like TAM, like for example cloud engineers, AI engineers, solutions architect. I might not all of them, so you can check them on the careers page, but I'm just mentioning some of the people that I have also closely worked with, and they're amazing engineers. They get to work, design different solutions, so they have a lot of idea about how to design big picture stuff, but they don't have to do a lot of coding at the end of the day. Okay, I hope this was really helpful for you to understand that software engineering and software specific roles are not the only ones to get into Google. There are still other roles related to marketing, business, engineering, sales, solutions architect, and so many other job families. I haven't mentioned all of these roles in my video, but you can still go to the careers page and look under these job families. So if you're a mechanical engineer, industrial engineer, network engineer, data scientist, data analyst, cloud engineer, AI engineer, solution architect, and so many other things, you can still apply to Google and enjoy the same kind of benefits as software engineers do. So this was a long awaited video for me as well, because I get asked this question a lot that, hey, I don't want to code as much as software engineers, and I don't want to go through those coding rounds. I can't pass those. How do I get into Google? So you can check these job roles and the interview process for these job roles as well. And I really hope that this video helps you to find a job that you're passionate about, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Stay tuned. Bye.